Hi, so this is the seventh video in our series this month, and we are talking about function-based behavior intervention. And I'm Dr. Shepard, and in this video, we're going to talk about how to make those things that we've talked about along the way. If you haven't already noticed yet, I'm not tech savvy, so I'm still having a hard time learning this whole like tech world and video editing and screen sharing. And this week I got lost going to a Zoom meeting more than once. So technology is not my first language. It's not natural. I may have been born technically in the millennial generation, but I do not fall in the millennial tech world. So be patient with me. I'm going to tell you these ideas and encourage you to go and look into these. But how do you make materials? I make all of my materials on Microsoft Word, not the ones that go on Facebook, but when I'm making behavior intervention materials, all of those are made through Microsoft Word. And so what do? You open a blank Word document, and then you use word art to make your things pretty. You use text boxes, or you can use shapes to make your boxes for your token. Like if you're using a punch card, you just put 10 squares in there from your shapes out of Microsoft Word, and you just arrange those on your page. So you put a text up there that says, Mary Ann's token economy, and then you put 10 text boxes. Essential things that you want to have when you're making behavior intervention, you want to have a laminator and laminating sheets. You might want to have some colored paper, but that's not really necessary if you have a color printer. But if you don't have a color printer, you can just print things in black and white on a colored sheet of paper, and that really spruces it up. You can use stars, so you can print out stars and then cut those into squares. So you need some scissors, cut those into squares, and so those are good stars. If you laminate things, then you're able to use a dry erase marker, and so that's super easy to go back and erase those dry erase items or to erase those checks every day. If you don't have the funds to invest in a laminator and laminating sheets, you can get a laminator for about $20 and laminating sheets for about $10 to $20, depending on where you order them from. If you don't have that $30 to get started, because that can be a lot, you may want to look at using sheet protectors. Those are also great because then you print something out. You can use your local library, or you can use your printer at home. You print something out, and then you put it in your sheet protector. And your sheet protector, you can use those dry erase markers on, and it makes it very easy to reuse your items from one day to the next, and you don't have to do those continually. If you don't have a printer, a great option is to use a whiteboard. So at your dollar store, you can typically get a whiteboard. Sometimes at the beginning of the school year, you can get it for $1 to $2. But sometimes they're a little bit more expensive than that, but you can get small whiteboards, and then you just draw on it every day. And so you put 10 squares or 10 checks on your whiteboard at the beginning of each day. So behavior intervention doesn't have to be expensive, and you don't have to say, I don't have those supplies. You don't have to buy something fancy. So you can use your whiteboard. You can use sheet protectors and a white piece of paper if you don't have a whiteboard. If you're using Microsoft Word, a great way to put pictures if your child can't read, or to use those stars or emojis or whatever that is that you want to do, you can use images.google.com. So if you go to images.google.com and then you type in whatever it is that you're wanting, so maybe you're wanting stars, or maybe you're wanting, a person raising their hand or sitting at their desk to show the expectations. You're going to type in boy at desk, clip art. Make sure you use the word clip art, because if you say boy at desk, you're going to get a picture of a boy at a desk, like an actual boy. And a picture that somebody has taken. Whereas if you say clip art, you're going to get a cute, funny little image that is easy to copy and paste into Microsoft Word. You can also, if you have Microsoft Word, or if you're using a Mac, if you search for your snipping tool, so if you type in your search box, snipping tool, a snipping tool will allow you to cut out images of your screen. So rather than doing a screenshot and putting it into Paint and then cropping that, if you use snipping tool, you can just cut out images from anywhere and copy and paste those into your Microsoft Word document. Another great item to have is Velcro. So if you do have a laminator and you are copying and pasting things, Velcro is an excellent option for being able to remove tokens or add tokens in place of a dry erase marker. So I hope this has sparked some ideas of how to create some of these systems and how to use some of those systems in a cost-effective way. And I am open to any comments, questions, or chats. If anybody has any questions, if you follow us on Facebook, you can see some examples of some of these items that we've used in the past.